We are brought to you by TabTouch. Got the touch? Download the TabTouch app today. You win some, you lose more. For free and confidential support, visit gamblinghelponline.org.au. This is the Hardball Gets AFL show. My name's Nick Ring, joined by Xavier Ellis, Ryan Daniels. What's happening?
What kind of reviews do we want people to write? Because you just made a
Good
whole
ones.
point about writing reviews.
Oh, no, just fresh,
any
just
review,
freshies.
Just if they just write good, is that enough to get the algorithm pumping, or do they need to be like? What? How does this work?
We've had a couple of, generally, yeah, we want a 5-star.
So you just do the 5 stars and then just say good.
And write, well done, lads.
Great
Keep smoking.
Great.
So,
pod.
no, I find the people who leave these reviews, there's often like depth to them.
Oh,
Like they spend some time.
where do
Which
we
is
find
nice to
these?
see.
Where do we
So
find the
on
reviews?
the Apple Pods, you can scroll all the way down. It's harder. Spotify's more just like the stars,
Okay.
Right.
and then you can sometimes leave comments on the
But on
episodes.
Apple, that you can
But on
see
Apple, it's
them.
got like a full chunky reviews of
All
the
right.
pod in its entirety.
Maybe we should read a few out.
Well, let's do that.
I'll tell you what. This time next week, we will read out the 3 best reviews.
Okay.
Deal?
Deal.
Okay. But only 5-star ones.
Only 5-star one.
We're not
Hey,
reading
5
out-
stars, and it gives us a bit of humour.
Yeah, come on. Do your best work.
Correct.
Do your best work.
What's going on, gents?
I'm just looking at this hat. You're trying to get me. I'm a newsman, so I have integrity. I can't just be putting on brands willy-nilly. What is this? Steak Hill fresh
Steak Hill
produce
tomatoes, mate.
They are the best tomatoes in town, and I'm not really a tomato eater.
So
You can.
you're
mate.
in
It'll
on
change
this
your
too.
life.
I've had one of them for years.
Yeah, but are you buying these tomatoes?
Yes, yeah. Remember I used to go
Yeah.
down and get my bags of tomatoes
Yeah,
all the
but
time?
were you paying
No,
full,
fact.
price?
Fact.
Full price.
No, full price, but the deal was he used to tuck one away for me because they used to sell out like that.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
always
He'd
something.
have a little baggie under the
A little stash.
under the counter for me.
Stu and the boys at Steak Hill looked after us with some fresh hats. A fresh hat drop.
There you go.
All right.
I love fresh. I love merch.
Mate, I've never seen someone more like grouchy about giving
Yeah, I
them a free
know.
hat.
I just,
He's a bit off put. He had an argument on radio this morning.
Oh,
it
did he?
wasn't an argument. It was silly.
Anyone
was silly.
that says it wasn't an argument,
That
it
was
was an
silly.
argument.
That was
Yeah.
silly. People just keep coming at me. I'm not an arguer. Okay?
Wait,
I'm
what was the
happy-
topic? What was the subject of
Oh, I'll give you one guess. In Perth, what the topic would have been.
What, Harley Reid or?
It was Harley Reid.
Yeah, okay, I'm sure.
It was Harley Reid. No,
What's Harley Reid done now?
Oh no, it was a full-on bar.
No,
I had to call.
no.
I had to call for
It
the
wasn't
panel
a-
up to go to a song.
I did
I
actually.
had to say, mate, can we go to a song, please?
I did actually talk to HR afterwards about bullying.
Yeah.
I felt like I was bullied.
Well, anyway, I'm just saying,
Oh.
he's in a shit mood because you had an argument.
I'm
this
not
morning
in
on
a
there.
shit mood.
About a sin
and
this
it wasn't an argument. No.
Is this
so-
about that Owen bloke from Channel 9?
Who?
He's starting to get it. Is his name Owen? Some bloke from
Oh.
Channel 9 starting to get a couple of little,
Oh,
like,
hey,
like a little
no.
half Kit Kat.
No, hang on, come to Papa. Tell me more about this
Well,
bloke.
I just
What?
seen him the last
What is-
year.
no.
He's starting to get a couple like Freo injuries and stuff I've seen over the course of the year. What's his name?
Don't create beef where there isn't one.
I'm just saying, mate,
Channel
he's
9
moving in on your turf.
Channel 9 have
he's-
planted a Tom Morris in Perth.
No, I like
Owen
it.
Leonard.
No, Owen's a nice kid.
Owen
I'm starting
Leonard,
to see some nice
years.
nice
stuff.
young man. You'd like him. Straight up and down.
Oh, nice.
You'd like
Yeah,
him.
I lo-
Melbourne boy, I think.
Melbourne boy,
think, isn't it?
sports reporter at 9 News Perth via Melbourne and London.
There you go.
Yeah, no, he just had the fact that he's. I liked it yesterday because he had talked about Harley Reid scans. Radiologists don't work on Sundays. I just like that little detail.
Oh, you like that little bit of
sprinkle.
humour
Yeah,
in there.
that gave me
Okay.
a.
Well, I had the story first on the rub.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Just in case we're keeping
mate,
tabs.
that's-
But just to clarify for all of you, radiologists can work on Sundays
But I didn't say that.
when you do hurt yourself.
I didn't say that.
Well, is a radiographer do the scans? Radiologists.
Don't
look
know,
at
but
scans.
if you need to get a scan, you can get a scan on a Sunday.
Yeah, you can get a scan, but that's a radiographer.
Yeah, but you can
And
also
then-
get them read too.
Yeah, I reckon they could read a scan.
Well, a friend of mine who's a radiographer thinks he can read the scan and diagnose and heal. So
Yeah,
But
no,
you
no.
don't
sometimes get a bit
reckon
uppity.
the West Coast Eagles have doctors on their staff that could look at a scan?
Yeah, they could look at a scan.
So what about
I'm
two-
just saying, I liked it.
No, I like that. I do like that.
Is he trying to create? He's trying to create beef.
I'm just trying to say, like this. There's someone here keeping you on your toes.
What about
mate.
the number one rule
I'm
too
always
with,
on my toes.
with the radiographer doing the scans?
Yeah.
They are not allowed to comment to the footballer what they've seen.
Right.
Yeah, that's the
Did
thing,
you ever
yeah.
have them comment?
Always.
Yeah.
Always. I used to walk out and be like, mate, I know you're not allowed to say, but what the happened?
But what is it?
How broken?
And were they
Yeah.
ever off the mark, or were they always pretty accurate?
Nah, I could read them in the end.
Right.
Yeah,
So
there's a giant crack
Yeah,
on your tibia.
yeah.
you had about 35
Yeah.
of them.
Oh, there's a lot of bleeding there, all that sort of stuff. Anyway,
Yeah.
what a shocking round of football. We'll get to that in one of my segments.
You know, can we just
But
clarify that there's no beef with Danny Shuey and I?
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
I
is
moved
it
on
Danny
from there.
Shuey?
No,
Is
could we
that
just
who you're
clarify?
going?
No, because Danny was just saying, "Are you sick of talking about Harley?" But she kind of said it in a way which was
Oh.
like, "I'm sick of hearing about Harley."
Oh.
And I was like, "Dan, this is the biggest story in football, and it has been since he got there."
Well, she's almost
So-
like a surrogate mother, isn't she? He spent a lot of time in the
she
house.
makes him pasta every second
Oh,
night.
wow.
So I just said, "Look, you're not the audience that I'm
You people.
talking to.
You
okay?
people.
You're not the audience."
Before we do start, of course,
love
the
Danny.
rounds, the 2 minutes on each team.
And Owen.
Oh, yeah. Anyone else you
I've got
love?
no beef with Owen.
Oh, well.
Hey, I like that
that's
kid, actually.
We might get Owen on one day to
Owen.
replace you.
about-
Just
talk
when you
about-
don't have a sniffly, don't get the Nick Ring croaky. Just quickly, tap touch. Our multis we do on a Thursday.
Oh.
let's
Same
get
gamers, of course. You can always find them in the trending bets on Tab Touch. I was no good. I was hopeless. I was in and around, of course, the Hawks. And I was in and around a cover them, but I just, like Cripps, I thought was going to step up more in Doherty's final game.
Can I ask you this? Were you closer to the reverse version of your multi?
No.
You know, when like if you got paid
More
for
legs
these
wrong
things
than
to
right.
not happen, were you closer?
No, so Watson kicked 2, Lewis kicked 2.
Kerno did not kick two.
Kerno didn't.
Josh Ward 15.
Josh Ward would have had 15.
He
Paddy
had
Cripps
15.
20. I don't think he got 20.
No, Cribber didn't. That was this
Shearer
Shearer.
did.
Shearer did.
Shearer.
So you weren't miles
Hawthorn won.
You went miles off.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was 1 leg short. Only had 3 legs. But Fritz, you bagged me out about Bailey Fritz. You had 2 in the first 10 minutes.
Imagine if he could spoil as well as his mark, and Nazai wouldn't have taken that mark. would he?
Christian Salem slowly got to 20, but he got there. Max Hall, who was really, really good, particularly in that last
he's a good
quarter.
player.
He gave off
he's a good
19
player.
in the last
I know.
quarter.
How many did he give off?
Yeah.
I thought, just take one for yourself, Max.
He's a really good player.
Nah, so I was 1 short on that. But
Wow.
do you know what? The world is just slightly off tilt.
Yeah, we all know that.
What are you
now.
talking about?
Well, go on, Rooney.
Are you
You
talking about
got
the fact
15
that I am
seconds.
a
Take your moment.
footballing genius?
You got 15
And
seconds.
I told you this was a streak. Gold Coast versus Brisbane. Cam Rayner 2 goals. Jasper Fletcher 20 disposals. Mac Andrew 10 disposals. It came off in the last, I think, 45 seconds of the game.
Was it Jasper Fletcher?
Yeah, I had written it off, and then I went to the Derby, sat down. I thought I'll just check in, and Cam Rayner had kicked 2 goals out of nowhere. Mac Andrew was on 19,
So you
20.
got junk time.
And Jasper Fletcher was on 19, and I watched the last 4 minutes, and it took until about the last 45 seconds he got a mark in the back pocket, and just confirmed basically everything that I've been saying, that I know football.
This is concerning.
The streak is alive.
So you're coming last now.
Yeah, I am.
You've only got 1.
I know.
So if we've been
I'm
doing
gonna veer.
this,
I'm gonna veer away from trying to get it done on a Thursday night now.
have we been doing this for 20 weeks?
Yes.
So that's-
Nah, less, but yeah.
So let's
close
say
enough.
18 weeks,
Yeah.
right? So what's that? 18 times 3 is 30, 54. So we're 5 from 54.
Yeah,
that's actually not awful
that's
for
shit house.
multis. That's 10%.
That's shit.
Just under 10%.
It's
You
shocking.
just got to get. That's a good subscription.
It's
rate.
shit
You
house.
get
No,
10%.
it's not.
It's shit out.
If you get 1 in every 10.
Well,
It's
mate,
shit
if you could live.
Yeah, well, if you get 1 in every 10 and your odds are $4.75, you're losing.
You should be getting 1 in every 5 to balance it out. If you're going
It's just about having a bit
Is that
of
right?
fun.
It's about having a bit of fun and
Yeah.
gambling responsibly. Anyway, all right, let's move on.
Okay. As a proud, oh no, that's later.
He's
Well,
just
let's go.
going
I'll
back.
start us off, and I'll do Fremantle.
Okay, we're going
Here we
for
go.
the middle again.
As
It's
a
dangerous
proud
territory.
major sponsor of the Fremantle Football Club, Woodside has accepted the challenge of supporting local footy at all levels, from grassroots to greatness, so it can thrive throughout WA. Woodside, Australia's leading energy company. All right, hit the siren, Michelle. Come on, kick us off.
Here we go.
Joshy's taking a day off,
Yeah, I know.
moving house or something.
Wow. I don't think that was meant to be made public, mate. He's actually putting for a sick day.
Hey, see, the pod's going that well that Joshy's upgrading the house.
Yeah,
He's putting a wing on the second part of where are you at? Where are you living?
Swanbourne, Mount
I was going to
Claremont.
say Spearwood. All right, Fremantle. I did the ladder predictor again this morning. I now have
Yeah.
them 5th because the Hawthorn Collingwood games they shouldn't have won. That's put them in another stratosphere.
Yeah.
You think
Anyway,
they get to 5th?
I think so. Hawthorn and Brisbane are the Wildcats. Anyway, I want to talk about Murphy Reid. Holy shit, this kid. So, some stats that I found on the internet. Reid is on the verge of becoming the first Docker to kick 20 goals, have 20 goal assists, and 100 score involvements in a season since Pav in 2015, when Pav was All-Australian, right? This is in his first year. He currently has 19 goals, 17 goal assists, and 106 score involvements with 4 games to go. 41.7% of the time he finds a teammate with his inside 50s. That is the second best in the entire AFL. Remarkable.
Grind Myers won.
I think so. On track to be the first player since Cyril to have 20 goals and 20 goal assists in a debut season. I ran the numbers compared to Cyril. Goals in their first season. Cyril, this is from 5 games, mind you, because you guys, that was 2008. He had 24 goals. Murphy has 19, so he'll match him. Goal assists, Cyril had 25. He's on 17. Score involvement, Cyril had 85. Murphy's on 107. I'm not saying he's going to be Cyril Rioli, but there are some statistical comparisons there that work. This is what I wrote in the preseason.
I'll just say Cyril was trying to get a feed amongst Franklin and Ruffhead, who kicked 230 between them or something.
I want to make it clear. I'm not saying he's Cyril Rioli. But
make that clear.
in talking
you
of
didn't make that clear at all.
seasons of half-forward connectors, that is a pretty impressive stat line. All right. Here's what I wrote in the preseason just to prove how right I was.
This is just a wank off, is it?
Fremantle have one here. When you watch this guy train or play, you see things that make you raise your eyebrows. The little deft touches to a teammate's advantage, the time and space he finds in congestion. Dare I say it, Mundy-like. He uses the ball exquisitely, seeing players you didn't know were there. He's young, needs some more preseasons. He's about 20% of the finished product, but this kid will not be overwhelmed. Bang on. That's in the preseason. That's just from watching training. That's how good of a judge I was on Murphy Reid. I'm all in. Give me the shares. Give me every single share. Are you in?
Did you just dig up your own article and then read your own article
And do you know
about
what?
how well you're going?
It's the second time I've done it because I didn't. I wrote that in the preseason, and then I wrote a piece about him a month ago and quoted myself, and now I'm doing it again.
Oh, no. God, you're about double.
When you're right, you're right. Is he going to win the Rising Star?
No.
I feel like he
He
probably
should.
he might
He
actually should.
dig that up with Cyril's stats.
Mate, how
He
good
didn't
was
win
he?
it either.
How good was he?
He
Oh,
was
Oh, he
on
was great.
Saturday.
Yeah, no, he was good. Very good. And I don't like the argument he needs to be a midfielder. He's making more of a Dylan Moore and Brett Daniels, not a midfielder. He's not big enough to be a midfielder.
Yeah,
I love him as a half.
Whatever he is, he's superb.
All right, well, let's go to Brisbane.
Quoting myself.
Yeah, old mate over here. So I'm not a. I don't know. If
Strange
it's just
one to
me.
start on. Brisbane getting absolutely eaten, but keep going.
Well,
I would have bet money that he was
list.
going to go to Brisbane.
Yeah, I know.
Well, okay. Well,
No, go Brisbane.
No, you're in this
We've
now.
also eaten into the time, so I'm conscious
Tell me
I don't have a lot on
about. Tell
Brisbane.
me about how
I'm not-
good
no,
Cam
no.
Rayner is.
I'm not. I'm
with
not
his
super
two late
concerned.
goals. Go on.
Yeah, he's good, but I'm not super concerned. I feel like even a lot of the premiers have a blip like this, and that was very un-Brisbane-like. Pretty much everything that happened in that game.
Their run is hard,
Their run is hard, but I think
and I've got them falling a bit.
this is the one they needed to have a bit of a.
But
this
I've
could
got
be the one that
Collingwood
sparks
losing a
them.
game or two as well along the way. Like,
There's some good games.
Yeah,
coming
I'd say
up.
Adelaide are going to be top.
Collingwood.
We'll get to
I
that
think they
later.
are too. Collingwood play Brisbane in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
That game is so crucial,
And
particularly for Brisbane.
Collingwood play Adelaide as well.
Yes, they do.
and Collingwood
anyway,
and Hawthorn in there.
Yes,
we talked about people having a career best year, and I think Zach Bailey is in that discussion, which he probably wasn't early, but he's lifted. So he's having career high disposal averages, career high goals per game averages, and he's kind of pushed up to that weird. We talked about him going into the centre square, but he's now playing like a weird wingman who never runs defensively kind of role. But it seems to be working for him particularly, and for Brisbane overall on the weekend.
Those
Don't worry
half
about
forwards just bolt in good teams.
Yeah.
We say it's a shit role. Yeah, it is a little bit.
it's good if you're in a good team.
When
not
there's
a
a
shit role, it's a-
turnover, you just take off.
Dylan Moore, Grind Myers,
It's
all these
take
guys.
off.
Yeah.
You're getting on the end of them, like that space over the top all the time.
And it is probably, I mean, you laugh, but it probably is, those two guys that we talked about a lot, Bailey and Rayner, they're probably both having their best years.
Are we really concerned though that the key position situation at Brisbane?
That's the
I feel like
glaring
that's the
spot.
Achilles heel, isn't
That's
it?
the glaring
You sit
hole.
there and you can hope that Bailey kicks 2 or 3. You can hope that Rayner kicks 2
Logan
or 3.
Morris comes
Yeah.
You can
2 or
hope,
3.
but like,
Do you know what it
it's
is?
just not that consistency. We sit there and go in September. I'm really, really looking forward.
And that's
to
who
it.
Joe Danaher won them finals last
It
year.
reminds me of Sydney. When Sydney were humming, but you're like, Amadi and
Yes,
Logan
correct.
McDonald. It's like,
Yeah,
Logan
but I
Morris.
think the difference
we
was-
like Logan Morris, but
difference
he's
was they were playing poor key forwards, whereas Brisbane just don't have one.
they're playing guys, but
Yeah, but it's like Logan Morris and stuff, who
Yeah,
is
and Eric Hipwood.
enough.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he was a premiership player, mate.
yeah, I know, but you're not.
Hey, you remember that goal in the grand final last year?
I know, I remember it.
All right, come over to me. I'm going to start with a bit of a curve. No, I'm not. Let's go to St Kilda. Let's go to St Kilda. That was epic. That was unbelievable. Did
wasn't
you
it?
watch it? I sat and watched the whole game.
Did you?
Yeah, watched the whole game.
I had my son's party at Bounce, and I thought I don't care about that game.
Yes.
So I came out and I had 40 notifications on my phone from you, from you.
Yeah.
There was people everywhere just saying, "Are you watching this?"
So I went to pay the cartons. You know, I said I was going to take
Yes.
3. I took 4 on the weekend.
Ah,
I was going to pay at 3/4 time. I just didn't have my wallet on me. I didn't have the bank card to then transfer over to people. So
Wow.
another 4 cartons popped in. I got too many cartons. I'm going to pay. It's unusual how many
you
I
are
got.
on a streak.
let's just quickly, I want to tip the hat to Rowan Marshall.
Yep.
That kick,
Perfect.
a well thought out kick. I criticise Ruckman all the time, and he was beaten soundly, I felt, by Max Gawn. That kick to find Naz running that is a beautiful set play. So much so that the space that was available to him was unbelievable.
yeah.
No one thought the ball was going there and only Naz. So
Mate,
well done to the Ruckman.
Were they not paying attention to them whispering and pointing
I
exactly
know.
where they were
No,
going
but
to run?
I still would have assumed 8 seconds. They're going to try and get it as deep as you can. When that 666 rule comes in,
Yeah.
why does Max not go, oi, Jack Bowie,
Stand the mark.
you're the ruckman at this centre
Yeah,
bounce.
yeah,
You
yeah.
can't have the umpires tell me who's rucking. You're rucking. You stand
So
the
it
mark.
doesn't have to be the same 4?
Well, I don't know.
No,
but
well, apparently not.
I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But I'm
that's
just thinking.
that's IQ, isn't it? That's in the moment IQ.
And also, when it is a free kick, why were Melbourne lining up like it was going to be a centre bounce
Correct.
and not lining up at the centre half back?
And
The square.
why
so they
was-
made them come back, remember?
Yeah, but you don't have to be at the centre circle. You can
True,
be
you
one
can be right on the
yes.
edge.
And
Yeah.
Jack Viney standing goal side on a wing.
I reckon they were confused by the
It was, such a,
situation.
it was the worst minute of football I've seen from
Yeah.
a football club. But let's go to the man of the moment.
Oh.
We said last week, next year, is there a chance that by this stage next year he's the best player in the competition?
He's already there.
He, I think, could be the best player in the competition. He's unbelievable.
Yep.
I think I'm taking him above Nick Dacos, who on the same day had an absolute ball
If
tear
we
of a
did a
day.
draft right now, I think he goes 1.
I think I'm taking
Yeah.
Nazire number 1.
So
And I
think
know
me
we're a
too.
bit recent. We say, the recency biasy, whatever. He's been doing it for week on week on
Yeah.
week.
Doing it all year.
Out of contract. If
And I
Harley,
would say damage per disposal is higher.
well, he
for
shanked
him
the
than-
shock and he shanked the pill. He has some games where he just has patches where he shanks it,
Mm.
and then he goes back to just lacing him out, kicking check side goals. 4 goals, 35 touches or 36 touches or whatever it was. Unbelievable. And we said today on air, it could be a game where it's like, all the love and cuddles and Instagram
gets him,
followers.
yeah,
and-
That's what makes me nervous for him.
But they will stay at St Kilda because of it.
Well, this is we're going okay here, and Ross and everybody's in the rooms and they're up and about. And he rings his manager today and goes, stuff it. I'll stay. What are they putting on the table? Let's
Take
stuff
it.
it. Oh, let's give me 2 more years and we'll see what happens. I don't know.
They've got to phase out. I know Jack Steele's had a reasonable patch. They've got to phase those blokes out completely.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I tend to agree. Jeez, what a performance it was.
It was unbelievable.
Let's go straight to Melbourne.
The best
then.
minute of
And
football I've seen by one player.
it was remarkable. Okay, so on the same note of after that game,
So before did you write about Naz in the preseason?
What did you write about him?
Do you want me to find something?
What did you write in preseason?
Oh,
about
it's-
him?
Just Google
I
it.
said at some point in this year he's going to win a game off his own boot.
He's got a Google alert
He's
set up
gonna-
for Ryan Daniels.
He's
going to
have
find
1
it.
minute of
Unbelievable.
madness. So on the note of Naz coming off the siren and the celebrations and Ross and everybody in the rooms and him signing, let's
Yeah.
just say, there's also a flip side to this. If you're Melbourne and you have a loss like that, the biggest 3/4 time comeback
Yeah.
ever,
Yes.
right? Ever. So does it change? You know, they've been saying he's our guy, he's our guy, he's our guy. But there has to be a point where there's a loss like this that just tips the scale. Now,
we're on Melbourne.
he's contracted for next year. Yes, we're on Melbourne.
I missed that.
He's contracted for next year. Their last finals win, do you remember when that was?
2022.
It was the 2021 grand final.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yes. But they are 48 and 37 in the last 4 seasons. So there's been enough wins.
Yeah, they're ahead of the ledger.
Yes. This feels very similar to me to Simpson at West Coast, right? So there's the flag, and then there's a couple of years of contention.
Yeah.
We've been,
And then
saying,
it-
we've been saying this for a while.
Yeah,
eh? Is it-
but this is
or we've been saying
specifically
about someone else.
that's the clubs, but this is specifically coach.
yeah.
And their records stand up over the time. But it's like now you have to make the call. Is it him for the next phase? Because this is a transition list now. This is 100% in a transition
But
list.
it's not, though.
No, but it's going to have to be.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's going to do the 2 years more of West Coast that they did with
Oh,
Simo.
but
And
they're not going to. They're Clayton
they
Oliver.
might.
They won't.
they might have to.
Yeah, but they have to,
Yeah.
but they won't.
Oh, so you mean, hold on, won't do what?
They won't make any moves.
Oh, yes. No, I agree.
They won't make
Yeah.
any.
No, I
they-
agree. Well, they're stuck.
Yes. Clayton Oliver.
They're stuck.
How did he not score?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like, yeah, they're stuck. They are stuck. That Clayton Oliver contract's getting worse by the week.
Yeah.
I feel like Goodwin could absolutely be their coach for another 3 years, and it'd be sort of you could talk yourself into it, a 10 wins a season maybe
Yeah.
if they. But I do feel like at some point there's a switch.
If
to be
you were a
made.
supporter, would you rather 10 wins a season or 5?
5,
Yeah, 5.
Unless I'm
Oh,
going,
yeah.
unless
5.
I've won 5 3 years in a row, then I get to 10.
Yeah,
then I like
then
the
you're
10.
happy days. Yeah.
But I don't want to be sitting at 10,
10
forever.
Yeah.
And I feel like they're in that space now. If they keep doing what they're doing, they're going to be in that 10 space.
Oh, Melbourne.
Oh, that's tough.
Apologies for taking those cartons too, and those.
Just pounding on the pain.
Well, give them back then.
No, I don't even know which ones I've used and not used now. I do, but I've got like 35 of them sitting in my phone.
It's remarkable.
Can you get it as something they just send it to your local bottle shop and they keep the tally for you?
So it's in money, right? So you could just buy like one incredibly expensive bottle of whiskey.
Nah, but it's in like 10 different.
Can't
Yes,
you do
yes,
that?
yeah, I can, but it's hard. Like
Don't
it's
get
a
that lady.
screenshot.
Get that one lady at the checkout.
No, well, yeah, I went in the other day to try and get a box of single fin
Oh, you
and,
did this,
a,
didn't
and
you?
a nice
Didn't you
rosé.
tell us about this on the pod?
Yeah,
Was that off
yeah,
air?
Yeah, was it? And then
Yeah, it
she's
was
like,
on
"How
air.
much is on it?" I was like, "I don't know. Like, just scan them and then put them together." And then in the end, I was like, "Oh, it, I'll just pay for
So if
them
you've
all."
got 35 of them, you're going to have to go in like when it opens.
Yeah, correct.
10 a.m.
Yeah,
When
yeah,
Just
you
you and the
sort it out.
alcoholics are in there just scanning.
This is what I think. You can
Skin
just
it.
put it all, do it in one session, get a tab. So that's my tab.
Yeah.
Put
get
it all, put it on one
Put it
card.
on
Yeah,
tab.
and just say, I'll keep
And then
coming
go
back
in and
here.
buy the most expensive bottle of whiskey you can buy, put it to the side, and drink that when the boys turn 21 or something. There you go.
That'll last. That won't be a 2 a.m. absolutely
Yeah, no,
munted
no.
at home. Go get it.
Stuff it.
All right, back to me. Yeah, GWS.
Yes.
So the Orange Tsunami just rolling on towards September. That was took about quarters. That was speaking of Melbourne. That reminded me of that Melbourne Grand Final. It's just the third quarter.
Bang.
Just went bang and just
Yeah.
ripped the game away.
They did.
Here's what I want to do. It's the 2021 National Draft.
Okay.
Finn
Look at
Callahan.
Rinny bringing a bit of
Research.
third.
research.
Yeah, we'll
Give
see.
me
We'll
your
see where it
one.
goes.
Give me your
He'll
pick,
have the wrong draft here.
pick 1, pick 2, pick 3.
Well, who are they?
Horn Francis,
Yeah.
Sam Darcy, Finn Callahan, Nick Dacos, Mac Andrews, Josh Rochelle,
Mac
Josh
Andrew.
Rochelle, Ward, Amiss,
We'll chuck those three out.
Gibkiss, Erasmus,
Yeah.
Nazar Wanganeen Miller at
Okay.
11.
Okay. So,
Give me a 1, 2, 3. Pick 1, pick 2, pick
so
3.
you had Darcy, Dacos, Wanganeen, Miller, Horn, Francis. Were they the best ones?
Finn Callahan.
And Callahan. Jesus Christ. That's a hell of a
That's
five.
an unbelievable draft.
Yes.
That's a
I
hell
think-
of a
I
five.
think to draft-
Okay, let's do it. You've got pick 1, 2, 3, 4,
Well, to
5.
draft,
Go.
I'm going Sam Darcy. And I know I just said Naz, I think, is the best player, but
Yeah.
the difference between
Yes.
what
What's-
we're seeing at Brisbane v. what could
Yeah.
be as a four.
What's insane here is I'm going to take Wanganeen Miller and you're going to get Dacos at pick 3.
Yeah. Or it's actually.
No, you're not taking.
No, it's
You're not
Dacos.
taking
It
Finn.
is
Yeah,
Dacos.
and now you.
Finn at 4.
I was
you're
going to say,
taking
I was going to
Finn,
take Josh Wood.
And then I'm getting Horn Francis at 5, which
Yeah.
is a pretty good bargain.
You're still happy with that?
Yeah, and then you take an
Yeah,
Erasmus
then-
at 6, is it?
yeah, I'll take Erasmus at 6.
That's a great.
That's a big draft.
That's a big 5. Like, they might be the 5 best players in the AFL in 3 years. Well,
Correct.
honestly.
Yeah,
Out of the one
correct.
draft. Two of those father son.
Do you think Rennie, when he was pitching that order, was hoping we'd take Callahan 1 and not actually just move him down?
no.
Callahan's
We moved him down the
No,
order.
the 4th best player in his draft.
I just landed there because I was talking about Finn Callahan, and then I saw it. But he is probably like the 4th best. Like that's
That
crazy.
is-
I tell you what the Giants do well. Finn Callahan's their only real taggable player, you'd think.
Yep.
They give it to him on every occasion he runs past.
Yeah.
They just give it to him. He'll be running sideways, laterally, on his left, on his right.
Yeah.
Pass it.
They give it to him and say, mate, your problem now, you've called for it. And they trust that he'll use it. And sometimes he just blasts it long. But it gets him involved in the game. And that's the part I don't understand about players like a Butters or a Noah Anderson who are easier to tag because they're not
Yeah.
the big hustle and bustle. They just need to give it to those players every time.
Yeah.
Like Nick Dacos doesn't earn 40 touches.
He just gets
He
it.
earns probably 30. And 10 he's just looked after. Like they've just worked it out beautifully for Finn Callahan how to get him going.
Yeah. How was that goal?
Oh, the 2 bounces. Who was chasing?
yeah.
Someone old.
Someone who wishes they weren't
Who
there.
was chasing? Let's go to
Kale Hooker somewhere, just like rumbling. He's like, why do you know who that is?
let's go to. I'm going to go with the team that got pumped on the weekend, North
Which one?
Melbourne,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
and I'm going to do more of a general conversation. So I sat in on the board member meeting with the AFL heads the other day, and I know internally they are hoping that the Tasmanian roof doesn't get up.
Oh, you're going to move him.
They are hoping that the team doesn't go there. They are hoping now they don't need to introduce another team because the competition is so shit. There is literally 8 shit teams.
Yep.
Imagine how bad it's going to be when 19 and 20 come along.
Yeah.
The competition is going to be diabolical. There's going to be 6 or 7 good teams and then 10 shocking teams. 10.
Yeah.
Like the weekend's games were so poor, and we all finished on a high of Nazgul and Silly, but Sydney got pumped. Bulldogs pumped Essendon. Hawthorn had 30 on them by quarter time. That was over. Gold Coast Brisbane was a bit of a twister. Freo v West Coast should have been 70, 80 or 90.
Easy.
Geelong won by 100. Adelaide won by 98. Collingwood in the dry could have walloped Richmond. Like,
But
these
you know what the worst
teams-
is? There's only one of those teams are deliberately shit, and that's Richmond. Richmond made a choice to be bad. West Coast, North Melbourne, Essendon, St Kilda, Melbourne, Carlton, and then maybe throw Port in there as well.
No,
None
Porter
of them,
in there.
None of them made the decision to be bad teams, except for Richmond.
I can, like, if we make this competition any weaker by putting in another 100 players who aren't at the level, there's going to be the weekend's games were so poor. And we joke around like with 7 doing Essendon games.
Yeah.
Not 7's problem.
There's too many of them. Yeah.
Like there is so many shit teams.
Yeah.
I would hope that it sparks like a list management and recruiting. Like everybody needs to get better because a lot of these are just like they didn't see it coming. They didn't where they should have, and it'll spark people to be more aggressive. Like Melbourne, be like, we need to get clear out now.
That was about a footy as I watched North Melbourne, and I'm a North Melbourne fan.
I'm
I'm always in on North Melbourne.
Can we all agree that never again North
Never
never again?
For them to be successful, their best player's not on their list yet.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is pretty
So
scary.
far
They don't have a
back.
pick this year. Not an early pick.
Well, that's who else in that. A lot of those people have already traded out their first round picks for this year. So
Yeah.
is it who had Melbourne, Carlton,
North Melbourne,
Port
and
Adelaide,
Carlton.
Port Adelaide
Yeah.
as well.
All right, I'm going to go Geelong. 11 goals for Jezza Cameron. The only man more excited than Jezza on the night was Mark LaCroix,
yes.
who protected his 12-goal record at Marvel Stadium. All right, so Jezza, career high goals was 76. That was in 2019. He played 24 games. They made the grand final, got absolutely annihilated. But 76 goals. So he's on 69 already. So career high's coming.
That's your old
Put that in the
dinner
bank.
for 2.
Correct. 31 goals to go. Now, let's just say they don't play finals, which they will. But let's just say they didn't. He had 4. He'd have 4 games to go. So 31, that's 8 a game. You can have 1 cruisy 7.
Okay.
All right? But they're going to play finals, and they're probably going to play 2.
Minimum 2.
I would say minimum 2.
Well, they're not
right?
going to lose at the end of the season.
So there's 6 games. So 6 games with 31. But if they play 3 finals, let's get them to the grand final. Let's just say Geelong make the grand
Well,
final.
what happens if they finish top 2, lose, then go to the prelim, then play? They got 4 finals.
Right, could play 4 finals, right. But if they play 3, let's say they get a
And then
clean
there's
run.
a drawn grand final.
They get a clean run. 7 games.
All right, 7.
4.42 a game. This is absolutely in range. Port Adelaide, Essendon, Sydney, and Richmond. No one's putting up much of a fight in that collection.
There's no talls down there.
The only
anyway.
and 2 of those games are at GMHBA. The next 2,
We don't want that.
why?
Weather
He
will
does
turn
better,
to weather
yeah.
will turn to shit. They might get a wet one. We
Right.
want under the lid.
Okay, well they're not playing any
No,
under
that's
the
a
lid.
problem.
So in Sydney, they're playing 1 game away, and then the MCG against Richmond in the final round. Now, what happens? I cannot wait for this scenario. Geelong make the grand final. Jez is on 97.
Yeah.
It's the final quarter, close
yeah,
game.
yeah.
He kicks 100, and 100,000 people storm
Do you do
the
it-
MCG.
In finals.
Yeah.
No,
what do
it's
you
not.
mean?
It's not a AFL choice. It's punters. They're going to
Yeah,
do it.
I
What do
know.
you
I
mean?
didn't know if there was the habit of like
An unwritten
Do
rule.
you not remember?
there's a but that was regular season 100.
Do you think 100,000 people are going to all collectively go?
Yeah,
you
no,
know
I
what?
know.
Well, St Kilda,
You
St
know what?
Kilda
This
lost.
doesn't count. No,
St Kilda lost the final because
Yes.
Fraser Gehrig kicked 100
That's
and they
right.
stopped all the momentum.
right.
mate. I'm telling you, this is.
People power have spoken. We remember that
true.
from Stephen Quartermain.
Yeah, it's going to happen. This is. I actually think it might happen. Like those
grand
numbers are
final day.
doable. 4.42. The games he's got, he might kick 10 in one more of those games. What's he
Only
going to do
issue-
against Essendon?
Only he's going to go silly there. The only drama
minimum
is
6. Minimum.
Only drama.
Go.
Straight sets.
Well, even then, you're
Yeah.
still playing
No, but
6.
you've lost, and so you've been beaten twice. You haven't had big days.
Yeah,
He's not
possible.
getting he's not getting fed a lot.
Possible. I mean, it's actually.
That's a real negative
I
way
mean-
to look at it. Straight sets.
I mean, 4 games. The 3 pegs are 8 and a bag of 7.
Serve up the opposition they've got coming.
He's going to get to 90 in the
yeah.
home and away.
All right, I'm going to go.
And by the way, just want to say, Grind Myers. I think we're the only people who talk about that guy. I could watch him all day. I love him. Go.
I'm going to. This might be a little bit controversial, but
Oh, here we go.
I'm gonna
This,
go
this,
with-
this is.
wait.
If we do a video this week, it's not me.
no, it's not. No, it's
This
not,
is you.
It's not
Nick.
video worthy.
Go, Nick. Go.
I'm going to bullet the Western Bulldogs.
Oh, what?
I'm sick of talking about
You
them.
said they were going to win the flag, though.
Yeah, but now they
You
just
sat
beat up
here-
Essendon.
No, you sat here.
Yeah,
and
but
said,
Sam
and
Darcy's
they've,
haven't come back
they've
quite
won
as
by
good
90
as-
points.
Yeah, against
you can't,
Essendon.
You can't bullet a team that's won by 90.
Do it against a good team is their problem at the moment.
Yep, bullet them. I agree. Bullet them.
All right, well then let's move on then. We don't waste a minute talking about a team we bulleted.
Let's go to Adelaide Footy Club. It's funny how football clubs are in a good little rhythm and a good little space. It seem to just endlessly have like good news.
Yeah.
So like Riley O'Brien
Yeah.
re-signing.
Interesting.
Little did we know that he was arguably the most popular bloke in the team.
Yeah.
The coach got up and spoke. Nick's got up and spoke about, he gets all the signings, and this one really meant a lot to him to see O'Brien sign 3 years. Kicks the goal, the snap, the crowd go absolutely silly.
Yeah.
It is amazing. Every single one of the teams that go through grand finals and win premierships and whatnot, every club has 2 or 3 of those guys that you don't really realise
Yep.
the importance of them.
Was that? Didn't he hit that hole in one and then came to the club the next day still in his golf gear?
His golf gear still.
Isn't he like a very intelligent?
I think he got almost full marks
Yeah.
on his ATAR.
So what does
like
this
medicine-
mean? Does this mean that Draper's not coming?
Well, you'd think not.
Because you don't want to do the double
Well,
ruck.
No.
Draper. Well, then you
Maybe
got
Draper's
Tex, you got
Brisbane now.
Tex and Thriller, and then Fogarty as well. So,
Yeah.
and you're not playing Draper forward.
Nah, I would save on Draper too. I'm going, well, I'm not going to do that. I might as well go to Brisbane or
Yeah,
stay
no,
at
I
Essendon.
agree wholeheartedly.
Aye.
But I think we tip our hat. Like as I said in the call on the weekend, yes, he won a best and fairest.
Yep.
But this is his best season.
Yeah.
So like he won a best and fairest in an average season.
Yep.
He's not going to be top 5 probably when you get Dawson, you get Thriller,
He
you
just
get
need
all
a
those
good enough
guys in
ruck.
there. He's a good enough ruck. And you
Yeah.
go through the grand finalists and the premiership ruckman over the last 10, 15, 20 years.
Yeah, good enough rucks.
There is
Good
just good enough rucks.
And then Max Gorn.
And then Max Gorn. But that's it.
Yeah.
That is it. There's just good enough rucks. And I reckon
And let's
him
be honest,
signing
that was
gives
a
you a
weird
little
year.
bit of a kick along.
That was a COVID year. It was a 2021. It was the
Was
second
it? There you
COVID
go.
season.
Yeah. There you
Grand
go.
final was here.
Yeah.
So that all kinds of weird shit happened that year.
You sort of asterisk it.
A little bit.
Was
Asterisk
that
it.
the
Say
year
it.
he did? Was that
I'm
the
not,
Nick?
I'm not
Say
doing
I'm asterisking.
Nah,
Melbourne's
asterisk
entire
Melbourne.
football premiership is the
no,
big asterisk.
I'm not asterisking the Perth Grand Final.
What
Do you
about the
remember
one at the
that?
Gabba?
Yeah, I'll go asterisk.
Do you
Yeah,
remember
that one's good.
the?
That was
Do you
weird.
remember the prelim and Max went silly?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
it
all
was
had
unbelievable.
AFL invites and there was some strong cocktails in that function that night. I can only
I
remember half the game.
was pissed here too.
yeah.
I think I was with Em's cousin.
Everyone was drunk.
Yeah.
I think it was
It was
because the
COVID.
game was over early that game. So
And I
everyone just
probably
got on
had
the booze.
COVID too, to be honest. I was probably dusty as anything.
Patient zero.
There you go.
Oh wow.
Went to an IGA. Where else did you go? Remember we used to track people?
Oh, yeah.
I went to IGA on Murray Street. Oh, shit. I was there 4 days ago.
Well, you can't go outside for 2 weeks. That was the rule.
Yeah.
You went into a building someone was at. You cannot
And-
go outside for
No,
2 weeks.
not even you. The 4 people who you
Who-
got into
anyone
contact
near
with
you.
who had never been to that building. What a remarkable time.
Oh, wowie. But Adelaide will finish top.
Yeah.
Is this me?
Yeah, it's you, Rhino.
Okay.
We go. Yeah, think.
Okay, Collingwood. Pies are just going, is what I've written down. Now, I love this. They had the 2 losses. They've just beaten Richmond. Is this year's they're tapering off?
Oh, yeah.
How far away are we from reading the story that Collingwood are just
extra 400s.
They're tapering off the training load.
No,
managing
they're training more.
players.
They're not
Well, tapering
tapering.
up.
Yeah,
They're tapering
opposite
up.
of tapering.
Right, they're
Yeah.
tapering up.
Workloads have gone up.
You're just going through a really
A big training
period,
block.
A big training block. They're tapering up.
The biggest load
And
of
they're
shit
bit of
ever.
fatigue.
Ever.
Well, it's funny because I looked at their VFL. I was trying to find Willem Dersma played his VFL game, but I looked at theirs and there was like Jordan De Goey and Bobby Hill. All these
so
guys doing really well.
They're not flashy at the moment, Collingwood.
No.
Like, Dacos he's unbelievable. I think we pinned his Brownlow a couple of weeks ago saying that he's not going to get tagged and have 40s, which he's done.
Yeah.
But they need that spark. Like, it's very nice to have side bottom and Schiltz and, Tom Mitchell. I'm just picking bald-headed blokes now. But, who aren't the flash. You add Bobby Hill, you add De Goey. That gives you that
Absolutely.
cream that they probably need, I reckon.
Tommy Mitchell, 29 disposals. Now, this was interesting. The 7 inside 50s, but also of those 29, only 6 contested. Not a Tom Mitchell game. So I would say, are they slightly tweaking the way they're using him to get him to stay in the team?
Or is he playing somebody else's role that's going to come
yes
back and
and
replace
no. I
him?
watched it pretty clear. He got a lot of 1-2 kicks back and forth a little bit.
Which
They
is
played a bit.
Tommy used to do that a lot.
They played a little bit of keepings off.
Yeah.
He got a part of that a little bit. What sort of centre bounces did he do? He did 20 centre bounces, the most for
only a couple of
2
clearances.
clearances. Yeah.
They have Brisbane, Adelaide, Hawthorn the next 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's big.
That's massive. two top 4 teams and Hawthorn.
And we expect him to drop all 3 because they've done one 400-metre run after training.
Well, they're exhausted from the extra load.
And for those that don't, are just new to this, every year a team comes out when they have a slump in form.
And they're usually a team that's in the top 2.
They say their training loads have gone up at training. They're conditioning themselves for finals.
Yeah.
Which, from experiences, it would literally be maybe an extra 5 minutes of a training drill and maybe like we're going to do 3 150s at the end of training.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Tapering.
You do more. I do
Reverse
more
tapering.
doing school pickup than their extras.
Carrying the bags.
They do have Melbourne in the last round, so they'll specificate Melbourne. But those 3 games are interesting. Yeah.
All right, Carlton. They should trade Charlie Curnow.
Oh.
Now this is the video we're talking about.
What? Give us the reasons why.
Well, they need to learn from everybody else around that same area and look down to West Coast. Look at Melbourne. They can't be in that boat again, and they're not good. Their list is not going to get better. All their best players are, 30 plus or nearing 30?
Yep. So you're saying take Curnow, who's probably your best asset.
He is your best asset. Well, and they'll get a pick for DeConing. They don't have a first-round pick as well. Remember that.
No, Hawthorn's got
So
that.
they'll get one for DeConing.
Has the asset dropped on Curnow, or are we just saying, I just had a bad run?
Nah, I think you can still sell him now. I
Oh,
mean,
you can say he had a bad year.
I know you can still sell him, but you still get the same value you would have got 12 months ago.
Yes.
I think so. But to be clear, he's come out and said, I'm absolutely not going anywhere.
Yeah, but so did
Tom Barras.
Tom Barras and Port Adelaide, Collingwood, Houston.
Oh, Dan Houston.
Houston said already, I'm staying.
That was a flip real quick.
So
Yeah.
I don't want to go too deep on Curnow.
So Curnow said the reporting has been that there's interest at Gold Coast, Sydney and Geelong, and he wants to get a bit out of Melbourne.
So why would the Gold Coast want him? Ben Long's kicked as many goals this year.
All right.
Yeah, he's had a bad year.
Why would Brody Mychek's kicked as many? Riley West has kicked as many.
Wow.
Logan Morris has kicked more. Cadman's kicked more. Nick Larkey don't even play anymore. He's kicked more. He's had a horrible
year.
Jeremy Cameron has kicked over double the amount of goals that Charlie Curnow's
But
kicked.
if you plonked him in Sydney's forward line, how much better would you feel about the Swans? A lot better.
A lot better.
Mate,
But Sydney and Carlton are not too dissimilar.
No,
with
no,
they're
Carlton
both-
Sydney's missing one thing.
Imagine Errol Goulden hitting you on the tip rather than, Greg Hewitt.
You can't tell me
Greg
that.
Hewitt.
You can't.
We're not comparing Carlton to West Coast.
Well, I'm saying.
Did you say Greg Hewitt?
I said Greg Hewitt.
I'm just saying.
The son of Andrew McDillan.
I'm just saying. If you put Charlie Curnow in Sydney's team, we're feeling very differently about Sydney.
Yeah, I get that. But if you watch the 4 weeks, you didn't kick a goal.
No, he's had a bad year. But
that is a disaster.
But that's
Whatever's happening at Carlton
that's
is a
double
disaster.
down why you have to do it this year, because if he has it again next year, he's not getting that price. But people can still believe he's had a bad year.
Can you believe Riley West has kicked as many goals?
It's had a good year, Riley West.
It's a great
Riley's
year.
had a great year.
Let's go
Could
to
have
Port.
talked about him instead of bulleting the Dogs.
Let's go to Port Adelaide. Can we all agree really quickly? Coaching transitions don't work.
Yes.
We're done with them. Ken Hinkley's been fine.
Wasted year.
Talking to wasted year. You've wasted a year. Ken's taken to him a couple of prelims. It's not like you're axing Clarko after 4 premierships.
Do you know what this reminds me of? Remember when Kobe announced he's retiring and then he did like that year where everywhere he went, they gave him swapped jerseys, gave him flowers and did. I was like, can we piss off with this? It's an 82-game season.
Yes.
And they were getting pumped everywhere.
Just you get
pumped.
one.
Yeah.
You get one game where you say, I'm going.
Yeah.
And then everyone has
And that was against Utah, wasn't it? When the finale where he scored he scored
80 something.
Yeah.
He said 70 or I don't know. His Achilles went. Just one game. You don't need a whole season of this shit.
Yeah. So
It's a wasted year for
wasted
everybody.
year. They got absolutely pounded.
Like, what was the point?
No, there's no point. Taking a little bit of a deep dive in now. I was big on this guy, but I've done a little bit of research. He's had a bit of a breakout year, just signed. Someone was offering him a 7-year contract.
Oh, this Bergman.
Miles Bergman.
Are you gonna
So
crucify him?
other than him kicking the ball the wrong way 55 metres from the very first centre bounce of the game in a showdown,
That was very funny.
I've done a little bit of a deep dive through his career, and I get he's a Mr. Fix-It and he looks nice when he gets it. He's only had over 20 disposals 12 times in his entire career.
Are you swerving on Miles Bergman?
I slightly am. Yeah, I slightly am. Yeah,
Yeah,
I ate it up after the first
you
showdown.
were big, yeah.
Ate it up. And now I've just sort of sat back and watched.
Yep.
I'm not so sure that the teams that were falling out of trees to sign.
They were.
7 years was on the table.
It's a good time to be him.
Was it
We
St
signed
Kilda?
two.
Wasn't it?
He
Some
signed for 2 more.
people peak at the right
He's a nice
time.
footballer, and he might flourish.
I think I said he could be there, Jordan
I
Dawson
think
at one
you did.
point.
Yeah, I think you did.
Oh,
Yeah,
wait,
I didn't want to go there because we only bring
you
up.
agree
Yeah,
with
how
me.
come, how come you're not?
I'm pretty sure we all agree.
How come
Yeah.
you're not rereading that column?
Yeah, like last week, you had 3 disposals for half time,
Yeah.
and then this
Yeah.
week was horrible.
Mm.
Only 12 times in his career, only 3 times he's had 25 disposals.
He's a nice player.
Yeah, but
The dollars and the years that were on the table.
no, and a little bit of Rosie Butters, Horn Francis.
Yep.
Did we have another player we liked in there?
I like Kane Farrell, but
It's still daylight between those 3 and the next.
I think he was
Yeah.
the other guy.
Yeah,
oh,
There
there was one more.
Big Sweetie.
Georgiades.
Georgiades.
So it goes
Yeah,
those
the
3, Georgiades, Daylight, Bergman.
Yeah.
Yep.
If Bergman's the next one up.
Was this me?
Mm.
Sydney. Okay. It's now over. Off to go for Bintangs.
Bintangs in
He
September.
called it. Okay, so what now? And you've gone down your Charlie Curnow path. Logan McDonald will end up missing the whole season. It's a bit of a rough year for Coxie.
What is his injury?
It
Or is it many?
It was a few things throughout the year. Anyway, Jamara Ugle-Hagan is the one that everyone will start talking about again soon. Ben Mackay is the other one that's been mentioned briefly. Curnow was mentioned briefly. I feel like it's obvious that they need something there. So
Ben Mackay or Harry Mackay?
sorry, Harry. Harry. Ben's the Essendon.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
So Harry
three back.
Mackay. Harry Mackay, Jamara Ugle-Hagan. Which one would you rather put your eggs into their basket?
Charlie
Which
Curnow.
one? No, Curnow's off the table. Let's just say he's off the table. We've done that.
I,
So Harry's there going, I'll come, but he's like 30. I think Harry's on borderline 30.
yeah.
And Jamara, younger, much younger, but with some flags. Are you backing in Jamara
Is
and saying,
Jamara is 27, Harry.
is he?
I'm
He's
going
still
Harry.
relatively young. So you're
Yeah.
taking the safety of Harry.
I'm going the safety of Harry.
Give me 55 a season, maybe 60 in a good team.
I'll cop 50.
You cop 50, whereas
Yep.
Jamara, the ceiling is higher, but the floor is
It's
very
just gonna be
Is he
it's a lot of
training at
work.
the
Well, that's
moment?
the problem. The floor
Is
is
he
a
there?
0. The
Is
floor
he-
is
yeah.
that he might not play at all.
Yeah, I'll take the safety.
And they've got.
I think I'm shooting for the stars.
You're going for
I don't think you
Jamara.
are.
I think I am.
I think when you are sitting there with a bit of paper in real life, I don't think you are. I actually don't.
I don't know. I like
think
the
that's
idea
the
of him
theory
being
of it
out of the
sounds
bubble.
nice.
Out of the bubble.
Sydney will do something. Sydney do something like every 10 years. They just get one that nobody expected who changes.
Well,
the
Curnow would have
face.
been the one.
Yeah,
wouldn't it?
yeah.
When that story came out and you were like, oh, they're doing it again. The
Yeah, here
Swans
they
are going to
come.
do it again.
Well,
Remember
no,
they talked about
Well, it was
the star.
It was the CEO who spoke the other day saying, the CEO, that was Leon Cameron, whatever his role is, head of footy,
Yeah.
saying at Sydney we understand the importance of having
Yeah.
a guy.
Well, that would be Curnow, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
The star forward
Yeah.
that you get up
yeah,
there.
Yeah.
people watch.
There could still be a swerve in that.
There'll be a swerve somewhere. They can't keep going to the.
No.
They can't keep. They do like a Marty. I did hear that in that conversation.
Who went with the story first?
I reckon Marty's a second.
Curnow? I think it was Tom.
With
Pretty sure it was Tom Morris with the Gold Coast stuff.
Right, was it?
I think he went early with it.
He
And then
smoked his
Cow said,
fire.
well, Cow said Geelong and Sydney the next day are also in it. And then suddenly everyone was shutting it down.
Sure, it wasn't Owen Leonard.
But for two of them to go with it is
Oh,
interesting.
there's plenty of smoke.
Yeah,
An enormous amount of smoke.
it's interesting, isn't it?
But maybe
the fact that it's got out makes me think it's not Sydney.
No,
Sydney done a leak.
Cow doesn't get too many wrong. On
No,
the follow-up.
I believe
true.
he's probably right.
Yeah.
But I reckon he's fallen in love. He's married, been happily married for a long period of time. Nice house in Cottesloe, having some fun.
This is Charlie.
It's Charlie. He's gone on a trip overseas. He's done the Coldplay situation.
And a bit
Yeah.
of Coldplay.
He's had a
Bit
bit,
of
of
yellow.
He's had a shag or two, thinking that I'm deeply in love.
Where is this going?
And then he's just woken up one day. No longer it's 35, shirt off, sunny. It's cold, winter, and he goes, you know what? Life was pretty good with the wife. I'm
Oh, it's
going
just
back.
staying in Carlton.
Yep.
He had a bit of a think
A
about
bit of a thing for
But
a
there's
couple
also-
of weeks.
the sun and the,
the
surf.
sun, the surf.
He came back from the holiday, rode a bike to a game, and his own fan base said, "You're a shit, you won't get bloody woke piece of shit." So that is also weighing
Yeah.
against
No,
staying.
but you can fall in love with someone else quickly, and then you
Yeah,
realise.
no,
It's when you
no.
come back with a new haircut or some bracelets, and they're like, "What are you doing, you fucking dickhead?" Yeah, yeah. All right, Essendon. I think Archie Roberts. So the rising star is going to go to probably Dan Curtin, and I think Murphy Reed's firming as the number 2 there.
Did Dan Curtin do enough to put his? He played okay.
What's the odds now on Tab Touch?
Let's have such odds are.
Yeah, you read out first 5. Can you read out first 5? When you
Yeah,
find
well,
it?
gee, mate, just relax. You keep talking. That's the whole part.
Well,
of it.
I would put Archie Roberts, who's getting no love, on a par with Levi Ashcroft. He's probably done more than Levi Ashcroft.
Roberts is the 4th.
Curtin into $1.50.
$1.50.
$1.50.
Levi 5s,
Whoa.
Murphy 7, Archie 26.
Curtin that far ahead. Are we sure it's that clear?
No, it's not.
No. Because
He's had a good 8 weeks.
Ashcroft at $5 is a pretty safe bet. They're conservative, these guys.
Yeah.
I think Archie Roberts has probably been comparable to Levi Ashcroft. This is where it's a weird situation because obviously he's at Essendon, he's playing in defence, and so you think you get more of it. But its output in this year is meant to be what it's voted on.
I think we're underselling how important and how hard it is to get yourself a regular spot in the premiership side.
That's true. Well,
That is very hard.
Yeah.
The flip side of that argument is you're running alongside some very good players.
Yeah, but
and no one's paying
you're
any
playing in the
attention.
worst position on the ground.
But they're all in good teams. That's the thing, right? So Murphy.
No, what are you saying, Roberts?
Well, Roberts is.
Yeah.
But he's also playing that halfback.
Well,
role.
and he
There's
has to
been a lot
play
of
in a
footy.
shit team.
There's been a lot of
It
footy
is.
back there.
It is very hard, I'd imagine, to get a game in a premiership side round 1.
Yeah.
Well, he wasn't.
And on
Was he the
Reed's,
sub
on
or
Reed's
something?
side, Reed's never been the sub or subbed off. Played every game.
How many times did I say Bergman's had over 20 in his career? 12. Ashcroft's had it 10 already this season.
Jesus.
Yes, was it the first? He wasn't picked initially, and then there was a change. Wasn't
Yeah, it was a
there?
late inclusion.
Yeah, against
Yeah.
Sydney round 2.
And then he never looked back.
Is he well, he was out, then sub, then early injury, or he was sub and then early injury. He went onto the field.
Yeah, there was definitely
Something
some
like that.
drama.
He was on
around
the
that
air,
time.
and then he was. Then
I
he
think
All
it
right,
was
give me your top 4 then. Put them in order. Go. You go first.
Yeah, well, it's, in terms of
Who's
this
gonna win
year's
it?
output.
Who would you vote for? You're on the panel. Who are you voting for? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, I don't know if I'm just being biased here, but yeah, probably Reed. In terms of output for the entire season,
It's who wins the
Reed.
award?
Murphy Reed,
Reed. Who's 2?
probably Ashcroft,
3,
Curtin,
and then
then
4.
Roberts.
Okay.
But
what
I
are you
needed
doing?
something to talk about with Essendon.
What are you doing?
Right?
You're on the panel. Go.
I am going to land in Ashcroft,
Ashcroft 1.
Curtin, Reed, Roberts.
Yeah. I think I have Reed
Yeah.
and then Curtin and Ashcroft.
I just have Reed because no one else has done. Like, that's such a hard position to play well,
Yeah.
and he's played it well the whole year.
Who would you buy shares in to be the best player in 5 years out of that collection?
Daniel Curtin.
Probably Ashcroft.
Yeah, him or Reed. Yeah, they're all going to be really good. They're all going to be really good.
I don't think they'll be good as that draft class we just read.
No.
Oh, no.
Who's up here?
Back to that.
Let's go to Hawthorn whilst I'm with it. My last one, Hawthorn. Tip of the hat to someone who we've spoken about a few times, and I've done a couple of tips of the hat today, but Mitch Lewis.
Yeah.
Yep.
Big stage again. I know it was only Carlton, but you're on the big stage. He played really, really well. I know he didn't kick a bag. He kicked 3 from memory, but he set up a couple. He tackled, he chased, he chopped out in the ruck. He did everything. Like, I thought Mitch Lewis, kicked 2 and 14 disposals. Mitch Lewis did enough to say, okay, we're happy to take a punt on that now. And Marbs, sorry, mate, but
It's a bad time to get an injury, isn't it?
Yeah.
bad time to get an injury. It was it that bad injury? I don't even know, but so he's missed a couple, or was that the club saying, look, you're probably not going to be playing
Well,
anyway?
you can't take Lewis and you can't take Deer out of the team.
No,
You can't take
that's right.
Gunston out unless you're managing him for 1 week and then you're bringing him back.
But you don't want to risk that because
No.
No, he's saying no.
Well, last time he did that, his form fell off for a
fell
month.
off the cliff for a month.
and then
yes.
he's worked his way back up.
So Hawthorn, Will Day comes in. He didn't have a spectacular day, but it just shows enough again.
There
that
was
you-
a few moments
Yeah.
where you thought you were like, geez,
There was
that's-
one. He was just, and the mark was nice or whatever, but he was just jogging through the corridor,
Yep.
bouncing,
Yeah,
and everything around him looked frantic.
yeah. And he
And it
was slow.
He was just jogging.
Yeah.
And it was like, he's going to get run down. He's going to get run down. But no one got within 5 metres of him. He is a beautiful footballer
He's
to
very
watch.
tough too.
That's
Like, he
been a problem
throws
with
himself
that's been his
around.
problem with shoulders and
Yeah,
stuff.
it's the butter stuff. You're like, mate, just don't do
Take
every
a
contest.
breather.
Just
take
take
a
one
breather. I
every
still
game.
remember, in all seriousness, I got in a first final over here against Hawthorn. When was it? West Coast 2015. I had my legs taken out like a minute to go in the game, and Sam Mitch was like, "Mate, come stand here. You don't need to do that." There's someone who said it all day, like, "Mate, just stand out of the way for a minute or two."
Yeah.
Like when the ball's in between you, and the guy is 6'4" and 100 and
Just let him have the
just
footy.
step aside.
Just let him have
just
the footy.
stick a wing out and try and tackle
Yeah.
him. You don't need to meet him halfway. Like, it's going to not end well all the time. But you love it. He's got that spiky bone toughness, gangly, like the
gonna hurt ya.
the
The
elbow
elbows.
will get you in the hip. Like, it's just got enough of that about him. But I'm
Yeah.
convinced the Hawks have got their swag back.
I think
you reckon?
Sicily's kicking was way better.
Yeah, and Sicily was good the week before against Port too.
Yeah, he's building. I can't believe he took the bullet off me, but we'll go Richmond. Tyler Sonsi. Anyone? Tyler Sonsi. Good game.
My only issue is how did you start and me being finished already?
No, you got one to go.
You got one to go, don't you?
You just don't
What
know
have you
who it
skipped?
Oh, shit.
So, look, we all loved their draft. They took 4 players before Murphy Reid got picked.
Yeah.
I feel like if they had Murphy Reid right now, I'd be feeling pretty good about that draft.
Oh.
The 4 players were Sam Lawler, Josh Smiley, Taj Houghton, Jonty Fall. Now, they all might be better.
Well, Johnny Falls out of the question.
He's a big
because
boy.
Big
He's a
boy.
big boy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Smiley's had injuries.
Smiley we haven't seen.
Smiley we haven't seen yet.
Smiley had big raps.
Lawler looks good.
Mate,
And Houghton he's looked good too.
Titans could.
Murphy Reid would be doing nothing different than what those guys are doing at Richmond.
I feel like if Reid was at Richmond having this year, he wins the Rising Star.
Yeah, but he wouldn't be. He's at Richmond when they're
they're not going to like.
He might be having a better year. He might
No,
be,
he
might
wouldn't be.
getting 22 touches
No,
instead
he
of 12.
would. No, he wouldn't be.
He might be.
No, he
No.
wouldn't. Well,
He actually might be.
Really tell him.
He's not. What, is he suggesting he's going to be playing at a half forward or in the
No,
middle?
he'll probably play in the middle.
If he's going to drag Richmond to 7 wins this
No.
year,
I think he's quite
come
up to
on,
a
mate.
middle.
You're also missing the whole like Vic Bias part of this.
You're only trying to tow this back in so you can read your article again.
Do you want me to read another bit?
just
There was
roll it
another
out.
line that I didn't read out. Do you want me to read it out?
Well, I think
At an
Sam
early
Lawler-
pre-season training session,
Oh.
Bruce, which is what they call him, brought down Nat Fyfe with a poleaxing tackle. Taking down Fifey, even in his final football chapter, is no easy feat. Everyone there made the sound you make when you see a toddler fall down a step. Even Fifey was probably impressed once he got the grass out of his teeth. Afterwards, Reid told footy staff he'd been waiting to do that since he got drafted. Mix it with a 2-time Brownlow medalist. He loves to hit and be hit. There you go.
I know that sound because Will fell down a couple of steps on the weekend.
yeah. So just quickly, I know we're only doing Richmond and
Well, I wanted to bullet them, but old mate here took it for the
so-
Western Bulldogs.
Well, the Western
just
Bulldogs don't
quickly,
get
Team who won
bulleted
by
often.
90 points.
We're going to share the bullet around.
Yeah, what's happening with Fife really quickly? We won't see him again. Or is he back in the twos?
He might play this week.
In
It's
the
a
twos.
test, isn't he?
Maybe, yeah. I'm about to retire a 2-time Brownlow medalist. Is
Oh,
that
no,
what
I
you're trying to do?
had no idea whether
No,
he was
he's-
grade 2
Mate,
or...
he'll keep going. He'll keep trying.
Yeah.
We're talking, it's going to be a hard road from here. But
He's subbing the grand
wouldn't
final.
be surprised if he
You reckon?
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, with Johnson's injury too, that helps him a little bit.
But when will Johnson be back?
Could be 4 weeks. Could be 2, 3. We'll see.
West Coast Eagles. So we're not going to worry about. The most concerning thing on the weekend was the fact they couldn't tackle anybody, and Murphy Reid was one. Like you should be able to tackle Murphy Reid.
Yeah,
he
I
was
don't
just
know.
breaking
Do you want me
them.
to read out another?
Yeah. I mean, I know Murphy Reid could tackle Nat Fife, but
The one
should be able
thing
to tackle
with
Murphy
the
Reid.
West Coast, and I don't know if you've got anything in particular here,
Well,
Manny,
yeah.
is where we go, they've got, Archer Reid and they've got Shanahan. Like, it's so easy to say that, but when you look at the game, like at the stage of Archer Reid and Shanahan, they've got them coming through. They've had 2 touches.
Yeah,
They've had 2 disposals.
Yeah.
So, like, they wouldn't be playing anywhere near AFL level if they were at 16 other clubs.
Yeah.
So, like, we're making these calls that they're going to have futures off them playing, but they wouldn't be playing
It's
anywhere
more
else.
a glimpse thing, and that's so. This is a question I've got next. So they come into the draft, and they're probably going to have 1 and 2. One of the best players in the open draft is a big ruck who can move.
Cooper Duff
Titler. Are they in a position where they can take a ruck with one of the first 2
I would
mids?
forecast what the next year's draft looks like because I think
And
they're
trade
gonna
out?
win, no. Well, if they're going to win the wooden spoon next year, so they're going to pick one again, I would think is there a ruck of some standard around pick 18 next year?
I think this is my concern.
rather than
is
burning
like,
pick 2, but maybe if he's the one, he's the one.
I think he's the one, but at this stage of a rebuild, bringing a ruck in, then what are you going to ask him to do? Where are you going to ask him to play? Like that first ruck and just get smashed every
Yeah, but
every time?
who at the moment is really a dominant ruck? Like we pot him every
Yeah,
week.
this is kind of what I mean. Like, I know he's a very talented player and his upside is huge, but I don't.
They don't jump anymore, so you don't
Yeah.
get hurt. You wrestle.
He's good on the
and you
ground,
run around. Like
but
that's all it is.
Isn't his thing that he's very mobile?
He's very good around the ground. He's a very
Yeah.
mobile ruckman.
He's
They
your
say, like,
modern. He's your
Luke
modern
Jackson
style
type.
of.
I think that's not. I think now to get a ruckman in, and I don't know the draft. So if he's clearly pick 2, taking pick 2,
It's not a great draft.
yeah. But if the big dope's not going to be showing much anyway at under 18 level.
Yeah,
Like,
he's a sharper ruck. He's
Yeah.
more of a Luke Jackson type.
Yeah.
Not saying that's a big ceiling, but I just worry. I'm
Well, it should
concerned
be.
about it.
It should be if you're going that high.
It should be if you're going that high, yeah. But I'm just concerned about it because I think they just need so many more mids. And I don't know. I look at the Cruiser, and there was similar raps on Cruiser at that time.
Lot of
And he's probably the
injuries.
last
He did
one
ACL.
A lot of
So-
injuries for Cruiser.
Yeah,
and
I know,
Cruiser was a
yeah.
really good player when he was fit.
So maybe it is. Maybe they can just take him. But I have some concerns.
They're
going
gonna
to
have to have-
early.
they're gonna
at
have
this
to
stage
have-
of a rebuild.
in the next 3 years or 4 years, like 10 to 15 first-round draft picks. So whether it's this draft,
Yeah.
the next draft, the
Yeah.
draft after, they're going to have to lob it
There's been
at a big.
some good big boys who went early. Like Gardy was a good player. Injuries that got him.
Yeah,
Jeff
but it's
White.
different- it's a different
Jeff
game
White
now,
was a
though.
good player.
Very
Injuries got him.
I think Ruckman.
Nick Nat.
Nick Nat, yep,
Who
good
was he,
player.
pick
Injuries
two?
got him. It's a problem with the big boys. They get hurt a lot.
Who is it? Was he picked 2?
Nick Nat?
Yeah.
Two.
Yeah, he was 2.
Who
Watts
won that
1.
year?
Nick
Oh,
two.
Jack Watts.
Nananui 2. Stephen Hill 3.
Jack Watts, I know we laugh about that. But
Swimming enthusiast.
yeah, I just reckon if Jack Watts was drafted to a different development
Oh, yeah, mate.
scheme, I don't,
Everybody's.
he was clearly number one. It wasn't like,
Yeah.
oh, where'd this kid come from? Like,
Everybody in Melbourne during
Failed.
that period gets an
Failed.
asterisk.
If Nick Nat goes there, he probably plays 2 seasons and he's out of the
Yeah.
AFL.
yeah.
He's
So
gangly,
that
big
Fijian
gangly
bloke
bloke.
just never learned
Yep.
the game.
All right, finish this off.
last one, Gold Coast Suns. They're off to play finals. I ruled them out last week pretty much, so well done to them.
They needed that one.
They needed that. They needed to flex. I don't actually know how they scored so well.
Me neither.
You look at it, the one player, their captain, Noah Anderson, is an absolute megastar.
What a half he had.
Well, he's
20
done
and
it.
2?
He's had, in the last 3 games, 3 massive halves.
Yep.
Mm.
Who won
Second,
the medal? Oh, Rao.
A row.
second half,
I can't
first
remember.
half. He is so taggable, though. And going forward, they've got Richmond won't tag, Carlton won't tag, Essendon won't tag, Port Adelaide maybe a bit of Willem Drew, and they've got a bit of Giants in there as well.
Yeah.
Who Giants typically aren't doing much at the moment either. So Noah Anderson's going to come home like a freight train for the Brownlow. But he is like Butters. Noah Anderson doesn't cut his teeth on what Matt Rao does.
No.
I don't get why they let him get to 20 disposals. Like, hang on,
Yeah.
fuck, we might stop this bloke.
But most of the time, he's kicking those late clutch goals from the exact same spot off
Yeah.
the exact same play.
He's passionate too. I love seeing that because there's not a lot of passion at the Gold Coast at
Nah,
times.
he clearly loves
He,
that.
he
club.
brings the passion, and all of a sudden, and I know I'm talking 7 days apart, where I was like, nah, they're done. You see that Anderson can be a AA plus, huh? Rao is a star. All of a sudden, more people might start going, like a Rioli. I know
Yeah,
they got
I wouldn't mind going.
Typically, you get paid a fortune to go there.
Kerno.
Like, you get paid overs massively.
Yeah.
Maybe their balance might start to come. Where they go,
tell you
oh,
what.
I'm worth 700 at my club, but I'll take 550 to go to a good
The
club.
lifestyle is good up there.
Yeah.
Like, if you're not someone who, like, is the whole, I need to play at the MCG every
yeah.
week. Some players are like that.
I like-
Others are like, you know what? I like the beach.
The experience I have is the Melbourne Storm when I was in Melbourne,
Yeah.
who were unbelievable and just went about their business, played in front of 20,000, which for the NRL's
Won a lot.
That's top 5.
That's
for standards.
capacity.
Yeah.
But you know, it was just out of sight, out of mind. Very successful. You still win the same medal. You still earn the same money, and you still start playing the same grand finals. I just reckon,
And they're still doing it. Like, they're still a good side
Yeah. Have you seen Rioli on socials?
with his fishing stuff.
Yeah, like
No, I
I'm,
don't
not,
follow
I'm
it.
not into that stuff. Like I just don't know how to. But I love watching it. Throwing the crab net in, you know, baiting stuff up, catching
Goes
bloody
find some
worms.
worms, yeah.
Nah, it's good.
good.
It's good.
That's us done.
That's us done.
I was the only one who was going to say that. Alex Davies. Wasn't he the one, like, Gold Coast, silly, this is why they're going to be a success. I keep playing blokes like Alex Davies. He had 30 and, like,
Hang on.
6
I
inside
know.
50s.
Him
He
and
was
Connor
huge.
Butterick are both
Yeah.
really good early.
Let me just quickly check Alex Davies. They're like, this young lad might be another player that can get him up the rung. I was like, he's been there for 5 or 6
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
They spoke as though he was in his first season.
Well, I think it's probably the first time he's probably earned
Come
a
on,
spot. This has
wrap
been the
us up.
Hardball Gets AFL show. We'll see you back again tomorrow for the mailbag. Catch you then.